Check you out. Hey, give him your glasses. You're in luck, kid. Put them on. You get our finest senior agent to join you instead. Right now, he's in our New York office. Galahad, meet Agent Whiskey.
Kid, looks like we're hooking up with a chick at a rock concert. My favorite kind of mission. I'm sending my jet to pick you up.
We've dealt with this kind of amnesia before. Harry's like a computer that needs to be rebooted. We need to recreate a shock or trauma from his past to trigger his memory.
I hope you're right.
Can I just say I hope that the Statesman spinoff is just titled Statesman. Yeehaw! Then we finish the seamless transition of antagonist between Channing Tatum to Pedro Pascal. And one of his first lines is, hooking up with a chick at a rock concert, my favorite type of mission, or something like that, which is just already, that's kind of gross. But we get an explanation why he isn't there, and also, man, Statesman is just everywhere. If they're in Kentucky and New York, like, gee, I mean, they have $3 billion valuation for their company, why not? And forgive me for not knowing the New York skyline, but what the hell is that building? Like, damn, look at that. That huge ass building can't even stay in the frame. I went to New York, but I don't know what building that is. If anyone wants to tell me, I'd appreciate it. This is a light minute, but we go over from the New York skyline to asking you to like this video and subscribe to feed the YouTube algorithm. Spread the word. Get everyone who needs to watch The Statesman their opening night. Alright, you know I gotta do that. We gotta get this word out. But we actually transition back to the Statesman headquarters in Kentucky with Ginger Ale and Merlin, and there's a cut storyline where they fall in love in that 3-hour, 45-minute cut, which, I just want to see so bad. But anyway, we get back to the rules of the Alpha Gel and setting up the next minute, which will pay off again when Whiskey comes back and his traumatic incident is the thing that motivates him while they're on their mission to get the cure and the final confrontations. But let's get to that minute. Thanks for coming along on this journey. I love getting these new details in some of the minutes that even I haven't uncovered, and details that other people are sharing in comment threads. I'm getting so excited for the Kingsman. See you in the next one, movie dopers. Feed that podcast algorithm. Feed that podcast algorithm. And then we transition from that podcast. And then we transition from the New York. And then we transition from the New York skyline to asking you to give this podcast. And then we transition from the New York skyline to asking you to give this podcast a. And then we transition from the New York. And then we transition from the New York skyline to asking you to give this podcast a review to feed that podcast algorithm.